All right, we should review video games.
Do we have to?
Yeah. Because it's a cool game. It's Doom.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're locked in. Doom the Dark Ages.
Doom the Dark Ages. It's Doom, but it's Army of Darkness. He went back in time. Not really. It's just a prequel.
It's a prequel to explain things that happened between Doom 64 and Doom 2016. And by explaining things,
It does
means
none of that.
It does none of that.
None of that.
It's just a random story that happens in between.
It's literally a Family Guy. Hey, remember when that happened?
Hey, Doom Slayer, remember the time?
Remember the time?
Yeah, it was. I have tried multiple times to explain the premise, because like everyone knows Doom, but
Yeah.
it is incredibly hard to explain the premise of this game alone to literally anyone who did not play Eternal or 2016.
Right.
It's like, oh, why is Doom guy in medieval times? Well, it's like,
Well,
first of all,
actually,
loser. He's the Doom Slayer.
He's in a different universe now.
Yeah, and he's also not. He's the Doom Slayer. He's not the
he's
Doom
not
guy.
Doom guy. Totally. I mean, this is the same guy, but it's totally different now.
Totally different now, and yeah, it's not really explained at all. And the story is, the world of hell is invading this universe, and Doom guy is a bioweapon.
Yeah. All right. So story is that there are demons, and you gotta kill them, and the demons are after a thing that's gonna make him easy. It's gonna make him be like, oh, we're gonna kill all the people because that's what they want to do. And
Yep.
there's that MacGuffin that's gonna make it easier for them. They don't ever explain
What the MacGuffin
what
is.
the MacGuffin actually is or
Yeah.
what it does. It's just it's gonna make them more powerful.
It's an
That's
ancient
about it.
primal MacGuffin.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we need the other MacGuffin to activate this thing.
Yes.
And it turns out the space Vikings in that universe daughter has ancient god powers, so that MacGuffin powers the other MacGuffin. So now it's a game of who's going to protect both MacGuffins, and they suck at it.
Yeah.
And they fail.
The Doomslayer is kind of the only one who is competent in this game.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it makes me wonder, with all those war things in the background, what was the game plan? Especially when there's a plot point where I think pretty early on the space Viking guy gets the MacGuffin. And then literally the daughter goes, "You should give it to the Doom Slayer." He goes,
Yeah.
"No, it's been in my family for generations."
He's not one of us. He doesn't deserve it. We have to take it.
And that's the beginning of the level, and then at the end of the level, it immediately gets stolen.
Yes.
Like hard, immediate stolen.
Correct.
And then demon people, I guess, so these people are incompetent, but apparently they've been at bay, the demon world's been at bay, but everything turns when this random witch just appears. Does she have a name?
Yes.
What is it?
It's Ulsamir, I think. You have to look at her codex entry, her collectible codex entry. To
Oh
find
man,
that
yeah,
out.
out of the 10 in the game in a
Yes.
10-hour long game.
Yes.
That's it. Which is way less than the other two games, by the way. So the game explains less. So she's like, I have magic powers from the cosmic universe, and I'm like, the cosmic universe.
Yes, I talked to H.P. Lovecraft himself.
John H.P. Lovecraft.
John H.P. Lovecraft, and he called me a bunch of slurs, and I stole his powers.
So, and as you can tell by us not being serious about this plot, the plot's bad.
The story is my biggest issue with the game.
Like
It is my biggest issue with the game.
there's so much happening and they don't explain it. And unlike Doom Eternal, where I actually think it balances kind of out because the world levels are kind of like the collectibles take a bit for you to grab.
Yeah.
And it's a reward. It's like they don't have long cutscenes to show stuff happening. It's just Doom guy appears in a level. There's like a cutscene or two that's quick. And then you can get the codex to be like, who was that hologram I talked to? That's like fine. I think that's neat, right? Is that the best way to do it? No, but I think that's a good way to balance it. This is like, here's a 2-minute long cutscene. You have no idea what's going on.
It also doesn't help that like the first couple levels in the game are paced so poorly, where like it's basically We see the demons attacking. Doomslayer gets sent down, kills the demons. He goes back up. Cut to a totally different place. Demons are attacking. Doomslayer gets sent down, goes back up.
They do
Rinse
not
and repeat.
explain how or why Doom Guy's even a bioweapon that's sent to fight things.
Yeah.
They don't even bother, right? And then, like, if you know the context of Eternal in Doom 2016, if you 100% of the game, you know, like, oh, it's because Doom Guy was a gladiator and blah, blah, blah. But they don't explain the gladiator part at all in the game.
No.
What are we doing? It's such a mess, which is my personal feelings about the game, is that it's just kind of a mess.
It's a little all over the place. We've talked about like gameplay stuff. There's a little too much going on in terms of gameplay.
I think that's, okay, I never clarified, but it's too much stuff, but none of it is ever fleshed out, so it's just, in my personal feelings, it's really not fleshed out. So the game just keeps throwing things at you like jingling keys to keep you, because like they switched it so it's a parry mechanic, right? So
Because that's what you do in video games nowadays.
Yeah, you just
if
parry.
you need to add something cool, you're like, a parry mechanic.
Parry mechanic.
Spider-Man 2. What are we gonna do differently that's gonna change up the combat? What is the character of Spider-Man known for? Ah, yes. Parrying attacks.
Yeah, parrying attacks. And the thing with it is I play a lot of games with parrying. You know, I play Devil May Cry, you know, just saying. So as I was playing, and I told you this before, I had an issue with the gameplay loop. The issue wasn't that I was having trouble with it because it's hard. The issue is I kept trying to do things that would make logical sense, and they didn't. So when you parry someone, right, you have to parry specifically the green thing. So they make the game look ugly and muddy, so the only things you can see is flashing red effects and flashing green effects. And it looks ugly. So you have to parry when the flashing green thing at you. Don't play this game if you're like, you have epilepsy, by the way. Absolutely do not. So you parry the green thing, and you have two options. You can either wail on the guy, right, which that's what I end up doing, or you do a FNAF jump scare with your shield. I have no idea if it does actual good damage or not. 9 times out of 10, unless it's an execution, the enemy they're bigger than you. They're all bigger than you.
Yes.
And if you do the shield thing, you're in midair. You have no mobility in air other than moving, which means the enemies can hit you immediately. So there's no point in doing that. So I'm like, I was trying to lab. It's like, do I have a back dash? No, I can only go forward. Do I have a side dash? No, I can only go forward. Dude, can I just hold the thing? No, my shield has a health bar. What are we? My only mobility is FNAF jump scare, and then I immediately get regged? And that's why I couldn't get into the gameplay loop, because it just feels like you would put more ideas into each part.
Well,
but they
I think
didn't.
for in terms of mobility, like I don't think the game really wants you to utilize that FNAF jump scare move, because what I've been doing recently is just throwing the shield, killing all the small guys, hoping it latches onto a big guy so I can go up there and then wail on them.
Yeah.
And just kind of move through the battlefield in like a sort of linear route.
Yeah, that's fine, but then why include the FNAF jump scare? That's my thing. It's like, it doesn't feel like, because that is a great way to, because that's what I would end up doing, is I would use the shield toss to stun someone, or I would just essentially be a master at parrying, just parry everything while just, using AoE moves.
Yes.
Right?
Which is kind of the way you want to do it with like some of the later game enemies, because they have like a 3 attack pattern that you have to parry all 3 attacks, and then you can you have an opening to counterattack.
Yeah, and like and I would think like, okay, well, if there's a parry mechanic, there'd be more to the parry mechanic other than spam the left button when your screen does when your game green screens. And I'm like, oh, okay, so do I just parry and then just use the big weapons? Okay, and that's it. I'm like, I was more disappointed that that's it. I thought like, oh, can I parry? And then do I have like combo options to keep the chain going? Can I like, if I do the 3 parry, do I get like bonus thing? No, it's just, they just go, and then you can just do something. I don't know. And on paper, that's fine. But after playing Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, I'm like, is there more? And their answer to is there more is like, here's a mech section that we didn't really develop. So it's like this baby or us gameplay. Here's a dragon that does literally nothing. And I'm like...
The mech sections I at least liked because it's the only mech game I've played where you actually feel like you're in a mech. Dragon sections, boring, unfun, don't like them.
Yep, they're bad.
Yeah.
They're so bad designed.
That being said, I do still kind of appreciate them for breaking up some of the core gameplay because, especially in the early sections of the game, they're throwing so much at you that the mech sections and dragon sections feel like they're giving you kind of a breather. At the time, like that, I really appreciated that on my first go through on the game.
That I like that. I just wish, it's like, oh man, I get to play as the mech. Can I do cool things in the mech? It's like, you can punch him.
You can punch.
You can punch
You
him.
can stomp.
Yeah. And I did the first level without taking any damage.
You got big guns.
That are only scripted. I don't count that.
I know.
That scripted events don't count.
But they're still cool.
They're still cool, but that's.
You ever seen a gun bigger than that? I don't think so.
If I thought hard and long enough, I probably could. But however, I'm tired.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure the average Gundam is bigger than those things. Maybe.
Fine.
I don't really know. Maybe.
Whatever.
I mean, in the game, the level design is really fun. When it's not the open world levels, I did not vibe with the Serious Sam.
I'm going to talk about this.
Okay.
I was totally with you on my first playthrough, and then I started a second playthrough, and I get to Siege. I'm like, hold on, I kind of dig this, because now I guess like on a first impression, it's kind of weird because you don't know where to go first, but like. Second playthrough, like I kind of knew what to expect, and I'm like, okay, I can do this and this, and then I'll do that, like planning ahead. And I know that's like not really good game design off the bat. If you have to play it a second time to really enjoy it to the max.
No. You can. Like that's a valid thing. I just think like I've played Serious Sam before. My issue with Serious Sam is having a giant open area with a waypoint to tell you where to go instead of good level design sucks. And then Doom, it's like, hey, what if every other level was a giant bland open world with ugly visuals that's just a giant bunch of rocks. Every time it's just a bunch of rocks and you just walk through a path and you have to open the map every 30 seconds if you want a goddamn collectible. And it turns out, oh no, you took the wrong path, so it's either you go right to go to the objective or you go left to go to the secret, and I want to go left, but turns out there was another fork in the road because everything looks like a giant rock.
I will agree that the art direction doesn't feel quite as good as previous games until you get to the Cosmic Realm.
Cosmic Realm's so goated.
Cosmic Realm is like
so
the best
good.
part of the game. Best part of the game.
You get the best weapon in the Cosmic Realm. You get the mace. That literally breaks the game. I don't care. It's so overpowered. It's it's perfect. I love it. It's an AoE too. That's why I love it so much.
And then you can upgrade it so you can hit twice in one go.
Yeah. If you combo it, which that's what I mean about the parry thing. I thought the combo, like when you get the punches, I thought like oh, can I parry and then just unwail like Fist of the North Star punches?
Well, that's you can. You just need to be able to get the attack pattern down.
Yeah.
And then counterattack with melee.
Yeah, I know.
That's what because they kind of talked about that from the get-go with the design ethos of the game.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's stand and fight. You want to get up close and personal and like
the thing
wallop.
Is, I think because there's also not really a lot of weight to the game, and enemies.
Which is hilarious because you hear the stomping as you're walking.
Yeah,
there is legitimate physical weight to the character of the Doomslayer.
But the guns and melees and like the speed that they don't have any weight, it just feels like I'm floating. You know what I mean? But like when the where was I going with that?
I don't know.
Oh, when you counter someone and you do the successful chain, it doesn't feel like you ever do much damage sometimes to the enemies. Like, they don't react. And then I look and it's like, oh, that's a difficulty thing to determine whether or not they stagger. It's like, to a point, like, if the whole point is like I have to fight them, the fact that like I can parry them and then I think the game's buggy, they don't actually stammer when they're supposed to. Like, some enemies, I did the combo, like the big guys, the big guys with the twin girth. When you parry their projectile, right? If you're too close to them, they have a fire move, AoE. And I parry it, and the damage still goes through, even though they shine green for you to parry it. Like they don't stagger when you hit them with the projectile parry. They immediately go into an AoE, which is why I thought, oh, is there a backdash I have to unlock? Because that seems to be the only way to dodge it.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
It's weird, like, that some enemies you have to get up and close and personal with, other ones and you can't.
Yeah, and the game can't decide whether or not it wants to be. The game is like Fury. Like a worse designed Fury. But Fury tells you, this is the part where you go up close and fight them. This is the part where it's a shoot 'em up. Doom goes, I don't really know. It's happening at the same time. I gave up.
The only enemies where, like, it's very, very clear what you're supposed to do, like, in terms of combat, are, like, the bigger enemies. Like, the really, like,
the big boys.
Cyber Demons, the Agadon Hunters, because, like, Cyber Demons, if you're too far away, he's going to shred you with that chain gun.
Yeah.
What was the other guy I just said 2 seconds ago?
The
Agadon Hunters. If you're too far away, he's going to put up a shield that you can't break down. You have to get up close and personal.
Yeah, and I like that. I like the fact
that a lot,
every
too.
enemy plays different. The only, I'd say enemy-wise, the only actual downside is I love the redesign of the Revenant. It's very edgy. I love it. And I like that that cultist thing that you find in the Cosmic Realm, the one that floats.
Those things are annoying.
Why, if the whole point is shoot them far away or get up close, why do they have invincibility? They both have times where they're invincible.
Yes.
That's so dumb.
The Revenant, at least, you can parry the attack and knock him out of the invincibility.
Yeah.
I could not figure out how the cultist worked, though.
The cultist,
because there's like two of them, and you gotta find the one who doesn't have the shield.
Yeah.
Kill him first.
So
and then the other one.
The invincible one is a
I don't know.
distraction that also damages you.
Yeah,
so you have
it's
to
a
run
little
around.
strange.
And there's like 10 seconds you have to kill it, and it runs really fast. If this was Eternal, that would work because you are fast. In this game, you are not fast. So, and it barely has any parryable moves. So why? It's like, it's meant to be hard. It's not hard. It's stupid. Like, I don't.
I think the only enemies that consistently gave me trouble, one of which was 100% a skill issue, I will admit that.
Yeah.
The Barons.
Oh, the Cosmic Barons?
Yeah, because they attack so fast, I could not get the timing down on it.
And they're like also one of the only enemies that has a 3-hit parry combo.
They are. That being said, probably my favorite redesign in the entire game.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good one.
It's such a cool design.
That's a good one.
And then, just like they were in classic Doom, chain gunners, I hated them. It's impossible to tell if they're the normal shield guys or the chain gunner guys from a distance.
Yep.
And you don't know until half your health is gone because you couldn't figure out which one it is.
Yeah, which doesn't help. Doesn't help because the art style, every enemy is the same color.
Yes, that
muddy gray and green. I understand that's why the classic MP has that shape, because I think the design philosophy is you have to identify them by shape, which then begs the question for the shield guys is you cannot identify them by shape or color.
The shield's slightly different. It's got like prongs on the top.
How are you supposed to tell that from far away when your screen is having a rave?
You really can't.
A rave of green and red. I'm supposed to identify horns all the way. No, it's ridiculous. it's ridiculous. And I also wish the Cosmic Realm was longer.
There's like 4. It's like 4 levels long.
I wish it was the whole game.
The whole
dude.
game.
Dude, I don't. It looked better. It played better. I had more fun in the cosmic levels.
It's very cool.
Hell, I'm like, whatever. The 30,000 mines and swamps as if we're Dark Souls, did not care for those. You know, everything, other than like when you're in like the space Viking areas, like that looked different enough because that actually had like lights in it.
I will say that like for the hell levels, we've kind of seen everything.
Yeah.
Like between 2016 and Eternal, I would like a little more. You know, I will say, do I want to spoil this? Do I want to spoil a late game thing? A really cool thing that
Spoilers
happens?
from here on out.
All right.
We don't care anymore.
I do really like the part where the Doomslayer dies and you literally fight your way out of hell. That's like kind of the only point
that was cool.
that was cool. That seemed different. That felt fresh for hell.
Yeah.
Because it was like a different area of hell that we hadn't actually seen before, and it was also neat that they like actually sort of confirmed that yes, this isn't just a different dimension. It is still like an afterlife.
Yeah.
There is still an afterlife in this universe. I would have liked to see more than that, though. Like, it's everything else in hell is just like the kind of fire and brimstone and big piles of flesh that we've seen before from
especially
these games.
since like, not to be rude here, but it does kind of look more or less like that one castle in the end of Doom 2016.
It's
like,
it's a lot of the same stuff, and which is why that one point when you die in the game, it felt so fresh because it was different.
Yeah.
It was different from all the hell stuff we'd already seen thus far.
And I kind of wish if we're doing all this war stuff, right? And Doomslayer, if we're gonna focus on original stuff, why can't we have battalions with the Doomslayer?
Because you're a one-man army. You're just that.
That's been
that cool.
every game. Why? Like, if we have all these cutscenes of the space Viking, there's literally in the last level in hell, the God Lady and a bunch of space Vikings go with you after you beat the final boss, and it's like, oh, that's really cool. Are they gonna come with you? Because how cool would that be if they're like. Because Devil May Cry, you're also a one-man army, but there was a mechanic to have multiple people fight at once in the most recent game in 5. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if, like, you could have dudes with you in the final level? Like, that would have been at least a good spin on hell, actually having people invade with you to hell. That'd be rad, especially when one's a god at that point. That'd be a little cool, especially since all you do is you fight the final boss, do your thing, go back to hell, fight the final boss again, and it's the same exact thing, only he has a shield.
Yeah, because you're fighting the witch at the same time.
Yeah, but it's like, honestly, I had an easier time with the final boss because of the witch.
Honestly, so did I.
Yeah.
I had an easier time with that, too.
Because he had the same attack pattern.
The same attack pattern, so I was used to it at that point.
And the second phase of the final boss also had more or less the same attack pattern, so you fought the same boss 3 times.
Yeah.
That's a very odd choice.
It's weird because like Eternal, both 2016 and Eternal had really good boss fights.
Yeah.
I feel like that was, again, if it's not clear, like we have some differing opinions on the gameplay, but the boss fights in this game were the biggest letdown in terms of gameplay.
100%. Because like the only good boss I liked was the final boss, and you fight him 3 times,
like
in the same 1 hour of gameplay.
All the bosses up until the end are basically enhanced versions of enemies that will later show up in the game, in normal gameplay, which is fine, but like, it would have been nice to have like an actual unique boss.
Yeah.
That doesn't, that happens before the 3rd to final level in the game.
Yeah.
The first unique boss that you fight is in the 3rd to final level of the game.
And it's the same boss 3 times.
No. It's the big fat guy. The creed maker.
That's right. You fight the creed maker. My apologies. That's right. I totally forgot about him.
That is the first unique boss fight in the game.
Yeah, that was a choice.
And it's crazy because like every time you think you're going to go into a boss fight, like the vibes feel like you're going to go into a boss fight. Azric, who's the villain, he's like, now we'll do this later, and then he leaves.
Yeah.
Or it's just a big arena filled with enemies. It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's a random scattering of just ideas.
Yeah. And again, like we said about the story, like, this doesn't feel all that important to the grand scheme of the Doom universe. So at that point, it feels like, why did we even need this game?
Yeah, that's kind of
Why
like...
did we even need this game in the first place?
My feelings on it is that nothing, in my opinion, is as fleshed out as it could have been. There's no, like, good, the story isn't really that fleshed out. The music we didn't touch on. Oh, God, that was terrible.
Oh, no.
That was
I
bad.
I said the story was one of my main issues. It's not the story, it's the music.
I thought
That's
there was
my
only
main
2
issue.
songs for the first 6 levels of the game because
Yeah.
it's the same generic gin metal.
So I will say, they did just update the game, and they said they changed the sound mixing so that the music is a little more prevalent in gameplay. I have not gone back to check to see what the differences are, but that was definitely an issue. Is that
sound mixing?
the sound mixing is terrible. You can't hear the music over everything else going on, all the explosions and gunshots and stuff like that. That being said, I listened to the soundtrack on Spotify, and everything sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's all the same generic, genty, chugging metal riff.
It's not...
Over and over. Individual tracks are pretty good, but when you listen to all 2 hours of the soundtrack, you're like, do we have any more ideas here?
Yeah.
Anything else going on here?
Actually, that's my review of the game. Is that it? Is there anything else you got here? And, like, I'm not saying this is bad. I will say it's the Doom I like the least.
I think I agree.
But that does not mean I think it's objectively bad. I do not think it is, average. It's just, I went in incredibly hyped because, again, just like we could use the music. I'm like, okay, Mick Gordon and the Dust. It was the Dust guy who did Ancient Gods.
Andrew Hulshult and David Levy.
Yeah, I thought those 2 were going to do the music.
So did I.
I assume because their work on the Ancient Gods was
really
great.
good, and people really, really liked it.
So I thought, oh man, this is going to be super good, right? And then I came in and I just go, oh, honey, you could have done a lot better.
Yeah.
I believe in you. I know you can do better.
It's even more disappointing because the composer's finishing move, they were the ones who did the music for Halo 2 Anniversary, which was a fantastic soundtrack.
They did that? Then went to Borderlands 3?
Yes.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, Halo 2 Anniversary, this music for that was really, really good. I'm sure this is going to be a great soundtrack. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. I think mainly music and story are also my 2 biggest because because there are some things, again, I am hating on the gameplay, but like, I think the secrets are way better in this game than Eternal. I enjoyed finding them a lot more.
I would agree if and only if they weren't just on the map when you opened up the map.
I mean, that was like an Eternal in 2016.
I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But like you would have to go out of your way to find the map in those games.
Okay.
You just have the map available to you right from the get-go. In this.
Yeah, that is true. But the counterpoint is when you're in that giant open world and you can't move fast.
That's fair.
That would unironically suck for you to spend 2 hours in one level that isn't really that great, trying to be like, bashing into every single wall with enemies infinitely respawning. The checkpoint system that I didn't die.
It's a little finicky.
I didn't die in the open world sections, but I was genuinely like, I am not dying. I do not want to die. I do not want to die because it's an open world. I am genuinely terrified where the checkpoints are. I know like there's a checkpoint when you pick up a collectible, but what happens in between? I don't know. There's less collectibles this time.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't appreciate that there's no hub world like they had in Eternal. I want to go into my Doomslayer's room and see all the toys lined up on the shelf. That was really neat. I liked that about Eternal.
I know this sound nitpicky, but the UI is not that interesting.
Yeah, the UI is only that interesting.
There's no hub world. Everything looks like a really bad karaoke machine, like song selection.
Although I will say, I like the fact that they had the option to put the classic Doom guy facing your HUD.
Oh yeah, no, that
was nice.
Yeah, no, there's also a lot of really good accessibility options. I love that. That's
this
fantastic.
is probably the most accessible game.
Like the seizure-inducing red and greens, you can change the color of those. Fun fact. So you can actually pick how you get your epilepsy.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
You don't even have to get your epilepsy. You can just change it to be all the same color.
Yeah.
And hope for the best.
And the game goes from all right to
what the hell am I doing?
The worst thing in existence.
The worst gaming experience you will ever have.
I'm just saying it should be black and white like Ikaruga. That's all I'm saying.
Now we're talking.
But yeah, no, I think if I were to give this game a rating, I think it's like a high 6 or low 7.
Okay, I gave it an 8 because I really liked the gameplay.
Yeah.
Granted, there's a big learning curve. There's a big learning curve that you have to get used to everything they're throwing at you. But I think once you get used to that and everything actually comes together, you know, the game director Hugo Martin, he loves talking about the fun zone, and that's like the fun zone is like when you have all the systems down in your head and you know every move you're gonna make, and you're like, oh yeah, boom, shoot, you're doing everything right. That once you get into that zone, it is immensely satisfying. And the problem is it takes a little longer to get to that point than it did in previous games. And I think that's the issue I have with it.
I took a point off because I thought the Kako Demon redesign was god-awful. I hate him.
It was fine.
I hate how he's just a gross...
He's an Octobrain from Duke Nukem.
Yeah, he's an Octobrain from Duke Nukem who does Dance Dance Revolution barriers where you have to dodge.
Also, good God, the range on his melee attack. He can bite you from across the dang room.
Oh yeah. That's
those guys were. I don't like them. They're annoying.
Yeah, they were not. Where was the fun zone on that, Mr. Hugo? You made him ugly and you made him a stupid rhythm game.
It's okay though. We got the Baron of Hell, the Cosmic Baron.
We got the
that was peak character design.
We got the Five Finger Death Punch album cover Revenant.
Yeah. Oh my God, it really is that. Oh my God, it really is. It's the one with the guns, the two guns, yeah. Oh my God. Oh, that really is Five Finger Death Punch.
Dave's rating is now 7 with this information.
Yeah, I'm going down to 7. They should have got Five Finger Death Punch to do the soundtrack.
I don't know if that'd make it better or worse, dude.
Only one way to find out.
What if
they said they were gonna do a DLC?
What if
time to get get Ivan Moody on the phone?
What if they do that and then a cover of Back to the Bone?
We're cooking. Hugo, I know I already tried to get in touch with you like 5 years ago to get you on this show, I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Now's the time, though.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Yeah. We got it. Listen. And we also have to be like Mick Gordon, so we have to make sure Five Finger Death Punch uses a chainsaw as an instrument and revs it up to the beat of like the riff, the Bat of the Bone. We have to do this. This is fantastic. We're gonna make the DLC. Oh my God, I forgot there's DLC. There's gonna be DLC for this game.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Maybe they'll actually put it up until when he gets sealed in the coffin that they find him in Doom's 2016.
Oh, okay.
Because like the game ends, spoiler alert, with him like going down to hell to kill more demons.
Yeah.
Just because he wants to. He ain't got nothing better to do.
Imagine the really cool ending of Doom Eternal is him saying, well, back to the 9 to 5, guys. Hey, Larry, how's the kids?
It's basically what it is.
How fun.
But yeah, so maybe I assume that's what they're gonna do with it.
You know, you never know.
Unless they want to continue to make it open-ended, which is gonna just annoy me at that point.
Doom lore is so fun.
I really liked all the lore in Eternal, and then they've just
Ruined it with Ancient Gods.
more and more complicated and convoluted, and I'm like,
You.
please.
It's like, nope, I'm good.
So yeah, 8 from me.
High 6. High 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.